The word list contains all the words in all your loaded documents. It offers diverse filter and search functions. You can use it for systematic indexing, as is often preferable for really well-structured documents. You can use it for incorporating preliminary or preferred terminology, for example, when you get those lists of terms from the author or the editor. And you can use it for quality checks of your indexing work. To sort the word list, click on the head of a column. As in every table in Index Manager, clicking on the head of a column sorts the table according to that column. Word list sorts also include the following types of sorts: frequency, how often a word or phrase occurs; word, which is an alphabetical sort; index entries, i.e., the number of existing entries for the selected word or phrase; first occurrence, sorts by the position of the word or phrase's first occurrence in the text; and word length. Now, to index an entry in the word list, click on a selected entry. Index Manager will then include that selected term or phrase as a main entry in the toolbar of the text window. And Index Manager will jump to display the first occurrence of that selected term or phrase in your source text. To accept that selected term or phrase as an entry from that instance, click on Create Entry.
The word list also displays in the section panel all occurrences of the selected entry in all your imported documents. The list of similar words displays all variations and phrases of the selected entry. For systematic indexing, that is, to tag every occurrence of a name or place, for example, to tag names for a name or author index. First, select a term or phrase from the word list. Since we don't have names in this document, I'm going to select cross-reference. The selected text cross-reference is then inserted as a main entry in the toolbar of the text field, and the display jumps to its first occurrence in the source text. Edit the text in the toolbar if necessary. Keep in mind this is how the entry will then appear in the index. Move through the section panel list to check occurrences or instances of your selected text. The section panel lists all parts of the imported documents where your selected text occurs. This list gives you a quick overview of all occurrences of your selected text, including inflected and grammatical forms. Click F6 to generate entries for all instances of your selected text, cross-reference. Click Ctrl or Shift to select just one group of those instances. Click F7 to generate entries for such a selected group. Note that your index entries are being generated uniformly now, regardless of different spellings and syntax.
To select or exclude certain formats or terms, use the filter options. For example, you can filter the word list according to the level of the headings in which they appear. Some option categories can be expanded or collapsed, and others can be selected or deselected as you prefer. You can use Reduce to display only selected formats and words. You can use Exclude to exclude selected formats and words from the word list, such as footnotes or other types or parts of the document. You can also combine filter options with the Adjoining Words window. This displays collocated words of a selected entry in the word list. The Adjoining Words window displays the words in immediate proximity to the selected words or phrases from your word list. Note, by default, usually about 20 words before and after selected words and phrases are listed. You can adjust this number under your preferences. The Adjoining Words list, this is really helpful for recognizing synonyms and subheadings. Now, to use adjoining words in index entries, again, select a word or phrase from your word list, followed by a term from the list of adjoining words. The selected adjoining terms will automatically be inserted into their corresponding levels. You'll see this happen in the toolbar of the text window. Click on Create Entry to transform that combination into an index heading with a subheading. To use preliminary work in your headings, the word list filter option includes all the tags and formats used in the imported source documents, including highlights or other color markings, such as those provided by an author or other contributor. So let's pretend I'm an author. I've highlighted some words in the source document for you to include in the index. You can select all the corresponding highlighted text filters, and WordList will display the words or phrases that have been so highlighted. You can then click on an entry from this list to insert that word or phrase as a main heading in the toolbar of the text window. Edit or confirm the heading as an entry. Now, you can also use the word list functions to check your index. To check the completeness and consistency of your index, change the order of the word list according to the frequency of occurrence, for example, or change the word list to display only words from the headings or those that appeared in bold or italics or whatever. Then, check if you got every occurrence of a term or phrase, compare the number of index entries with the number of occurrences in your word list, or in the search you just did. The list of similar words allows you to check even for terms hidden in combinations.